going to clean it on here. So
well, here we are again then. Me and Ian are off fishing, and we're off to Belgium this time, and we're off to ETANG RUE. There's Ian there. We've just packed the car up. We've been to Wicklingen for some last minute supplies, which always ends in more money.
Yeah. Another €100 spent. We
Yeah,
didn't need to.
easy that we didn't really need, but you never know. We're going down there for 5 days, so we just thought, hey, let's stock up and make sure that we're not left wanting for anything. Here's the car. As you can see, it's fucking rammed with everything. Jerry cans, fucking new boilies, the lot. Wall to wall, totally full. 2 front seats ready to go. There's Ian there.
Ready to rock and roll.
And we're good to
gear,
we're
no
good to go.
idea.
All the gear, no idea. Right, I will we'll speak again when we get down to ETANG RUE, and we'll have a look around the lake together.
Yeah.
Right. Right, here we are. We're about 70 k's from Mons, just stopping for a quick piss stop and a cup of coffee. Getting quite excited now. Sky's quite nice, quite clear. 20 degrees it says in the car. Let's hope it stays sunny and dry until at least we get our fucking bivvies up. And we'll call back in later on. Take care. Well, here we are. We've arrived at ETANG RUE. Just having a quick look around, see if there's any fish anywhere. There's a lot of people here. A lot more than what we expected, but then again, it's really mild weather. And hopefully they'll all bugger off tomorrow. I'm stood on the pontoon now. We'll just have a look. Just on the pontoon, having a look around. There's the bay to the right. There's the island. And there's to the left. Me and Ian are going to go and have a look to see if we can get in this sort of area here, because we've been told that the old road runs from there all the way through, which gives you a bit of a plateau, and also we can get into the sort of left hand side of this island here. We'll go and have a look and I'll check back in later on. Right, well, this is the swim that we've chosen. As you can see over there is the spire. We can't quite get in the one we want because Bruno, our new Belgian friend, is in. Hello Bruno.
Hi.
We're having a beer. He's giving us a beer. Ian's got a beer. We're all happy. In fact, we might not even set any rods up. We just get smashed for the night, I think. Right, okay. We'll check back in later on when we're set up. Right, that's up. We're all set up at ETANG RUE. It's really dark now. Just managed to get 3 rods in each, me and Ian. Bivvies are up. Doing some admin, and then time for a couple of beers. You can't see really much. There's Ian there, look. And tomorrow I'll let you have a look at the setup that we've got up here. Alright, good night. Off some beer.
Bruno.
But we're sat here with Bruno.
Point. Arabes.
There's Bruno.
Aye.
Bruno's having a beer.
Yeah.
It's blue light. We're sat in Belgium.
And a beer and a blue
having
light.
a beer, some blue light.
We're in the blue light district.
No fish, no
blue light
fish.
district. No fish. There's Ian. He's just had his scran.
Happy as.
There's Joyce.
Happy as.
Turn the light on. Ah, that's a bit better.
Thanks.
There's Joyce.
Very
And there's
nice.
Ian. And there's Bruno.
Nice.
Our new best friend.
Best friend. I don't know best friend.
Yeah. And hopefully, we'll see if we catch something tonight. And if we do, we'll take some pictures.
Hopefully we're rudely awakened by some big carp.
Yeah, no problem. We've heard them jumping.
Yeah.
We've heard them jumping, and there's some big boys out there. Bruno caught a last night.
Yeah.
17.
32 kilo.
No,
7 kilo.
17 kilo
1
carp,
7 kilo.
which is 36 pound carp last night. So yeah, we're after a bit of that. He's been fishing here for 15 years, and he told us, we had a look at the swim, me and Ian had a look at the swim next to him. We really didn't want this one, but he's here, and he said we weren't sure about it because it wasn't really that big, but he said, you know, it produces fish. So if he's been fishing here for 15 years, and I've been fishing here for
15 minutes.
No years. We'll see if he comes up with the goods. And we'll check back in tomorrow, and I'll show you our bivvy area and our swims when it's a bit lighter. Right, it's 5:20 on the Sunday morning, and been woken up to a few beeps, followed by a rest, and followed by one beep. So I'm thinking we might have shaken it out. It's been a bit of an eject, but hey, it's a good sign that there's something in here. And they're liking the white chocolate at the moment. So we'll see what happens later on. Well, good morning. It's now 9:30 in the morning, meaning I've been up for about 2 hours in.
Yeah.
Pulled the lines in, made some new rigs up, thrown them back in again. We've seen a big fish jump out this morning. Every time you throw some boilies in, there's loads of seagulls here, and they dive down and get hold of them. I'll give you a quick look at the lake. It's the left hand side of the lake, and if you look right over the left over here, that's where the old road used to go in, and it goes all the way across, sort of here, all the way across over to there. So we're trying to fish on the bar here. It's probably about 110 yards. I'm not sure if we had it because there's a bit of a wind at the moment from left to right, and it's making casting a bit difficult. Yeah, got my rods in. On my right hand one, I'm using a chod rig with a white chocolate pop-up on it. On the middle one, I've got a malt tiger and chocolate pop-up with a tiger nut on it. And on my left hand one, I've got a tutti frutti with a high vis pop-up on it. All of them about 2 centimetres off the ground. Good aim, some good aiming marks. There's a big tree there. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just have a little wipe. There's a big tree there right in the middle. That's my right of arc there. And then I've got the spire here. That spire. So my rods are between there and there. And if we go over to Ian, he's got his rod set up here. He's just doing his last rig now. With his nice new long cast Shimano's on it. Minimum effort, maximum distance. You can get it right out there. And his new Gelkins on there.
Hopefully.
With his snag bars. He's making a rig up now. What rig are you making up there, Ian? What are you going to put on that?
It's an anti-blowback rig.
Anti-blowback rig.
Yeah, and I'll have probably a white chocolate pop-up.
White chocolate pop-up on it.
Yeah, with crushed boiling sweet corn.
As his stick mix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick mix.
Crushed boilie in there. The tutti frutti one and
Sweet corn pellet.
sweet corn pellet he's got in there.
Amazing.
Okay, let's have a look at here's our setup then. Ian's on the right there. Put a little poncho up so we can stick our stuff underneath it, and I'm on the left. And Bruno, the drunken Belgian, is down there in that swim there. This bit here on the left hand side is quite a nice little bit as well. As you can see, it's right on the edge of the weeds there. So what we've been doing last night, just about here, we're throwing some boilies in, a bit of ground bait, and then this morning we've topped it up again. We haven't put a line in there yet, we're just going to keep feeding it, and then tonight we're going to stick a rod in there and see if we get anything out of there, and we'll see what happens. One of the guys on the bank is pissing us off already. We'll try and get a zoom in on him. He's right over the left hand side there. This guy here, he has a bait boat. In fact, they all have bait boats. It's a massive advantage, I reckon. They can get exactly to where you want to. And what he keeps doing, okay, and this is me now looking out the front of my swim. He keeps sending his bait boat out from there all the way towards the front of our swim and dropping stuff just there, just where, I don't know if you can see the birds in the water. There's a marker float. I can't see the marker float. But where the birds are, about here, he keeps dropping his stuff in there. So that's a good 200 metres for him. But that is right in front of our swim, and that is probably where we need to be, I would say. We can't get out there at the moment because of the wind, but he can obviously, because he's got his fucking bait boat. So when the wind calms down a bit, we're going to go and fill him in, or we're just going to cast in our swim into our areas. If he fucking gets tangled on our lines, or we get tangled on his, then it's fucking tough. He should use his own swim. Okay, so that's the left hand side, that's the railway bank. Okay, then you go around to here, that's the main entrance over there. Then if we look right, let me just move around here. If we look right there, there's the island. Okay, and then behind the island, sort of this side, is where the bay is. We really wanted to get into the swim just down there, so we can get to the island on the right, and then spread the lines out until the tree here on the left. However, we can't get in that swim. But I think Bruno's off on Monday, so we might move down a little bit and put some lines in there. We've made our mixes up. He's got a nice mix of chili hemp, garlic hemp, tiger nut, and some ground bait. I've got roughly the same sweet corn in it as well. I've got roughly the same around here. Okay, with a bit of crushed boil in it as well. Okay, which is fantastic. The only problem is we've in-spommed out a few times and we broke the spom. The spom is broken, so I'm going to go see Bruno when he gets up. He's got 2 spods hanging up on his trees ready to go, and then as soon as he I'm getting a couple of beeps there. Let's have a look. Lights are coming on there. I don't know if it's the wind. There's some seagulls over there or some birds. Maybe they're diving down and having a look. And that one's got a little pop up on it, sitting about 2 centimetres high. So yeah, like I was saying, we're going to go and ask Bruno if he can lend us a spod just to get a little bit of bait out there. Apart from that, good night's sleep. New heaters that we bought, gleaming. Turned it on a little bit on minimum before we went to bed, and I was toasty the whole night. Double sleeping bags, and job done. Let's go and have a look in the tent. So, quick look in the tent. If you can see, there's the heater. Look at that. It was gleaming. Yeah, with a little butane canister in it in this compartment here. Yeah, and then that's it, job done. And I've got the army camp cot with a softy 6 in it, and then my army sleeping bag. Oh, I'm beeping again. Beeping again. Right, we'll see what happens anyway. I'll check in later on, hopefully with a fish on the line. See you later. Well, here we are again. Ian's spom's broke, so we're a bit scuppered, but luckily Bruno lent us a spod. So we used that a couple of times, and now I'm stood on the pontoon, retrieving it because it snapped off the line. I don't know if you can see it. I'm waiting for the wind to blow it a bit closer, and then I can retrieve it. And luckily he's such a nice guy, he gave us another one. And the same thing happened with that. So, overall, not too good. So we can't get any bait spommed out. I'm still trying to find it on here, wait. I'll find it for you in a second. It's coming in right now. There we are. Floating gently towards me. And the other one is just behind it. About here. So I'll wait here and wait for them to come. And yeah, that was quite a shock really, because well, we had it on just to zoom out a bit. Yeah, we had a spot on 30-pound braid, 2 throws, and then the 3rd throw off it went on its own, snapped the line. So we spoke to Bruno. He's using the same stuff as us. He's using the same sort of mix of hemp and sweet corn with a bit of ground bait, but well,